When you're ready.
Okay, Charles LeBlanc here. Finally found somebody that's brave enough to hold a camera. Everybody's afraid these days. So anyway, 2016. I think 2016 is going to be an awful year for the Fredericton Police Force. Are you surprised that I'm talking about the cops again? But that's the way it is. They thought they had an awful year in 2015. 2016, the cops are really going to become under the microscope. Why? Because we have immigrants. We have refugees. It makes me sick when you see Leanne Fitz. She's lucky that I arrived late at City Hall. There she was, very happy to meet the refugees. What is she doing? The Fredericton Police Force are the most racist police force in Canada. So what they do, oh, welcome here, welcome, they're so nice. Like I seen a couple of kids last week where they have, oh my God, not Wilmot Park, what's the other part? Don't say nothing. Anyway, where they have a building that they're gonna house the refugees, just temporary. I did a video on that a couple of months ago. Anyway, I seen a couple of Syrians kids out front, took a picture, kept on going. I'll put it on my blog. Go to Google, write my name, Charles LeBlanc, and you'll see my blog. Anyway, these kids, Syrians, their mind is like a native mind. They're full of energy. They want to move and move and move. That's why when I showed up here in Fredericton protesting, they had so many problems with kids with Ritalin, especially natives, because the native mind is a constructive mind. It's not meant to sit in the classroom. So what they do, they give them Ritalin. Just like these immigrants here, the same thing's gonna happen. But these immigrants, they love to exercise. They love to exercise. The only person that's allowed to exercise in this city is the snobs. The snobs. They buy a nice helmet, $250. They have their suit. They have their right, the $2,000 bicycle and just ride around. What? There's no problem. Just buy a helmet. I like them to buy a helmet, $10, $15 helmet. Then they laugh at you. But what I'm saying here, these immigrants, they're not going to stay here because they can't exercise. What they do, they move to Quebec. They move to Ontario because this is bullshit. A cop stopping you at 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, what are you doing? What's the problem here? Well, you're not wearing a helmet. It's against the law. What the fuck? Then the conflict starts. So then they call it obstruction. They tase, they put that person on the ground, and then they force them to sign condition that it is impossible to follow. What they do is, it's an avenue for the cops. When I fought this, I just didn't come to Charles LeBlanc fighting against cycling. I fought this. I rode a 10-speed bike 30 years ago across Canada and from Halifax to San Francisco, 9,000 mile Florida, up to Nebraska, down to Texas, all across. Now, I never wore a helmet. That's what happened to me, a couple of heists in Texas. But anyway, when McKenna passed this, I thought, what's next? Elbow pad? What's next? Knee pad? Next thing you know, I wrote letters to the editor. I said, you'll need a goalie equipment to ride a bicycle. It was the lobbyists making money. So I thought, never crossed my mind that the cop would use that avenue to go after certain people. The less fortunate, people with mental illness, immigrants, native, that's what the cops do here in Fredericton. Just an avenue to go. So anyway, 2016 is not going to go good. You think that Sherry Campbell thing, that she stole some cosmetic stuff from Maine? She don't even need any makeup. But anyway, you think that's bad? Wait till you hear that $40,000 that the cops stole. Now that's a newscast. I know a lot about that one, but I'm not saying a word. Can you say Las Vegas? Stay tuned. But the bottom line is, the cops, there's no communication between the poor and the cops. The only communication is, hello, going in? Sorry, a good Catholic here. French at that. I go to Baptist church too. Anyway, I got distracted. I'm sorry. The cops are there, the poor are there. There's no communication. The only communication you have between them two, my cameraman started to fall asleep, is via the courts. That's the only communication, is via the courts. And when you show up in court, you don't have the right to a lawyer. We know all that story. But like Leanne Fitz showed up in front of Common Council, I try to talk about this cycling thing, the end fish. No. It's a way for the poor, the immigrants, and the Indians to die. You get obese, you don't exercise, next thing you know, you die. And so, 2016, I believe that Fredericton Police Force will be disbanded when you start accusing innocent citizen as pedophile, voila, and you don't apologize. Okay, Charles, calm down, take your Ritalin, have another coffee. But the bottom line in all this stupid rant is, there's no communication between the Fredericton Police Force and Brad Woodside. Stephen Harper, but that's Brad Woodside. He thinks it, the extortion that's going on in City Hall, but that's another rant. But the bottom line here, if there's no communication between the Fredericton Police and the less fortunate and the common people not having meetings in the community and meet people, you know what? The Fredericton Police Force in 2016 is going to be bye-bye.